Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Minecraft Through the Android. Do the numbers not show up? Whoa, what is going on here? What'd they do to the item counts? What? Well, this isn't helpful. I don't know how much of each I have. What if there's an odd number? Well, that's a problem. Things were working fine, and I guess they are not working fine anymore. Alright, so I want to see how much of the wall I did, because I feel like I need to add another staircase, like right over here. Step, step, step. Well, maybe I don't. I've got one staircase there. Maybe it should be on that wall. Maybe we should go over there. Decisions, decisions. Because I don't have another staircase until way at the start. Way off. Whee! Way over. There it is. So, originally I was thinking 4 staircases, but as I look around, I might be overdoing it a bit. I might only need 3. So what I might end up doing is putting it right around here. Howdy and welcome back. Or perhaps I could put it over here instead. But that floor is not very even. Maybe I should grab a bunch of dirt, raise this all up. So then once this section of land is flat, well, there's that staircase right there. That feels so close. There's no good way to go about this. I guess I'll just set it right up there. Alrighty. We're going to start at the top, work down. Why don't you do the same thing every time you end up... Oh boy. Why is it only gunpowder? And what's that for? Anyways, why don't you do the same thing over and over and over again? You end up being consistent. Did you ever watch a video Ant Venom shared years ago where it was a compilation of his intros that someone made? And the first several seconds all sound exactly the same. Right here, how about... Okay, so that's 7, that is tiny text. This one doesn't have text at all. I have no idea how they messed up the item counts. Gives me flashbacks to Beta 1.1 all over again. Ah, I didn't want flint. Why you gotta do this? Alright, well, I'm gonna fix that later. But I think first I'll fix everything that came before this section. Yeah, we'll leave that side of the stair exposed. Probably. Oops. Moo. Impulsive terrain smoothing. So I think I'll go all the way until the next pathway. Or how about... So... What if... What if I just do that? There we go. No one will ever know. Oh wait, I still need that one. I have not heard or watched any of Mark's old videos back then, because I didn't hear about him until his Five Nights at Freddy's series started. And I think pretty soon that's about to be 12 years ago. The franchise turns 12 this year. One more year and it's able to use many services on the internet. And then you got Minecraft. Couple more years. No, next year. Next year, Minecraft turns legal age. It has one more year of school to get through. Excuse me, pig. Excuse me, thank you. I don't think you want to end up on the menu. That doesn't look right. Hold on, how about we bring that together, and then we bring this one together as well. Alrighty, close enough. Oh, there's a torch. Hello. Spoiler alert, ended up getting your bad influences from other places. Excuse me, Mr. Chicken. Flashbacks to Nelly the Space Squid. Every once in a while I go back and rewatch that music video. I first heard of it in one of the Minecraft compilations. 4 years later. To think that 2019 was already 7 years ago. Oops. That's a tiny 15. Do I have to pick stuff up before I see the number? Is it every prime number? No way, hold up. No, that's not true. 15 is not a prime number. But 13 is. I have no idea what's up with the item counts. I can't figure out how it performs. And it feels like they made the dark areas darker. I can't tell if that's just me though. "2010's music. 2010's music is hitting nostalgia playlists. I finished all the slabs, right? Unfortunately, I don't know how much I have left. Oh, that's right, I still need to fix that gravel. And we're waiting around for all this dirt to turn to grass. Alright, well, we're almost done. No, that's not true. We're about a third of the way done. 2/3. Alright, so, to not adjust the cobblestone, all this is gonna have to be slabs. Chirp, chirp. So that's a oh boy. How to do this? What if I just put... In which orientation do I want the stair to go? That's okay. Oopsies. I didn't know I was running out of slabs. Why do I have so many chickens around here? Where'd they all come from? Were they just inhabitants of the area? think you lost me after your first sentence, referencing hello. I hear a zombie. Where are you, buddy? Oh, you know what I didn't do? Once we get this done, we're gonna work on that spider proofing. I need to add a ledge to prevent them from climbing up. Is that my only shovel? That was in fact my only shovel. No. I don't know who Suno is. First, for some reason, I read that sumo, and I was like, sumo wrestlers? I'm missing something. There's also sudo, used for Unix systems. There's too many AI creations, AI services these days. Why is the text white? What did they do? Who messed up the text in this version? Everything was working fine after pre-release, or not pre-release. What was this, Java? Everything was working fine after Alpha Build 1. Somebody made a mistake. I'm gonna have to manually count all this. Alright, so, well, either way, I need a shovel, so that's 1, 2, and... Back to here, how about I make 2? We're gonna hope I have more sticks after this. I wonder how big problems like this just happen. The light text is alright, but I missed the regular text. Let's just set that to an axe, set this one to a shovel. These will be the torches. I don't know the difference between the two, we'll just go for this one. Mojang had good Java Edition. Had a good Java Edition code base. I should say they had good source control starting in it was the alpha era, 2010. I would assume 4 years later that they would have had better for... That works, right? Probably. They would have had fine or better source control for Pocket Edition as well. Now I need dirt. There was no third-party service for this, right? It was all in-house. Because Console Edition was 4J, that was third-party. 3DS was like New Ocean Interactive. I can't remember, something like that. I don't know who was in charge of the Pi Edition. Pocket Edition has been plagued with bugs since 0.9. 0.9 had issues as well. Well, then you just had early Pocket Edition being buggy just because it was early Pocket Edition. 0.9 was a step forward, at least. Okay, how did I do this? I think it was the extra plus one more behind it. Let me see how I did the other staircase. There's no way the nether reactor core texture. You're talking the plasticification of it, right? That's a whole different texture. That's not just a bug. That was intentional. Don't know how many I picked up, but that's okay. People want the old texture, use a texture pack. Or, you know, buy something on the marketplace, since they like promoting marketplace content. Spend your mine coins, kids. Get your parents' permission first. If you load up the plastic pack, you get the normal core texture. How do you just casually swap the files? Splash. So that's why it looks like the plastic texture pack, because it is from the plastic version. Control F, like, you talk about Phoenix SC content all the time. The, dog pants changed to dog trousers. Or wolf trousers. Because they Control F pants. That one's kind of funny, though. Probably gonna be fixed soon. But, it's funny while it lasted. Using a boolean for texture packs is a terrible idea. It's never just one or the other texture pack. Then why is it just the nether reactor? I think we're good. We'll be better once that dirt turns to grass, though. But it's being slow. Oh, 7 slabs. Hooray, it works this time. I don't like these stairs being so buried. Let me bring this over a wee little bit. Alright, we're gonna run out of slabs. But we're almost at the end here, which means I don't have to make a whole bunch of other slabs. Nom nom nom, said the sheep. Do sheep even make grass-eating sounds? I think they only make a sound once the grass turns into dirt. Excuse me, Mr. Cow. I don't think you want to become a burger today. Maybe I should. Maybe I should put these farm animals on the menu. In doing so, I'll be stocking up for when hunger gets added. And howdy, Paul, welcome back. Alrighty, I need the device that's not in here. Now, what do they do with the numbers? The counts are wrong. The text coloring is wrong. The location is wrong. I kind of like this parallax feature, though. It's like it applies the transform, not to the background, but to the item. So you're doubling the movement, essentially. I didn't keep track. Was that not or an even number? Well, guess I'll never know. I've played the JavaScript 10th anniversary one time, back when it was new. I didn't like it. There's too many inaccuracies. And then even more stuff that Blue Crab 2 complained about in his Minecraft series. Sorry, but I need to use up my sword durability. I don't want it to be poofing out of existence in the middle of a very important battle. Okay, what do I do here? How about we just do that? Are we all set? I think so. Oops. Why'd the key get stuck? Which one broke? One of them broke, right? There's no way I just played the sound and then... Huh. What's it like? No, because that's all sand. I don't know. Never mind. I thought I broke a grass block when I didn't mean to. Sneeze coming. Pineapple. Pineapple, pineapple. If you hate the JavaScript 23A, you don't have to go back to it. All done. We're part of Minecraft's 10th anniversary history. Alright, do we call it here? I think we do. Gonna need to scope around the outside, see how it looks. But first... Thank you for your items, Mr. Cow. This is still taking a while to turn the grass. I hope we don't have an issue where block ticking does not function properly. Oh, is nighttime approaching? Nope. Alright, speedrun this. So I don't really care about seeing how it looks from the outside, but I need to do something up top to prevent... I need to prevent the spiders from climbing the wall. I'll probably chop down more of these trees, but that'll be later as I scope out everything first. Jump, jump. So I'll probably just do a singular trim all the way around. Kind of like how I did the stairs, or the internal walking platform. But I'll just use, I'll just use one block instead of 3 in width. Here, let's take a casual stroll all the way back to the storage area. I never finished fixing the nether spire. I grabbed all that netherrack, deconstructed the other spire, and then I never fixed this one. I ended up being earlier in the day than I thought. But that's okay, because we have stuff to put away first. Like all these planks, of which I don't know how much we have. That's not entirely true. I do need some of these planks because we're going to need a lot more slabs. Then I'll put away everything else. Put away food. That number I saw somewhere down here. Oh, that's right. I need another piece of gravel. Oops. I think the rest has dedicated chests. Probably. Oh wait, wrong way. I bet it is in this direction. Z, all the way home. Hiccup. I think I grabbed just one. No mining today currently. That's not the chest I wanted. That's still not the chest I wanted. There we go. I was gonna say, I was able to reach back here before. Surely I can reach back here again. I have a leather chest. Yes, I do. Why'd you change the seed of the world? Because presumably, this is something you set up yourself, and it did not naturally occur. Yeah, you said heyo, but like, it auto-translated to there. T-H-E-R-E. I don't even know what language heyo is that it would translate to there. And yes, howdy to you and to Juice as well. It's like a big chunk of the Golden Age Minecraft community all knows all each other. Man, now this kind of looks like a face. Eye, and then like two halves of the mouth. Let's not think about it. Now let's head back to placing this gravel, because it bothers me. And then once that's taken care of, we'll head up top and try not to fall off. .3KO is like, you know, an active member of society with work and stuff, unlike me. And so I stream during regular workday hours for regular people. For some reason, I thought this was a horse, and I thought I saw the horse standing on the trees. And I was thinking to myself, how did a horse get up there? But it was not a horse. It was half of a mushroom. Alright, can I place this correctly? Hooray, first try. Did I make more slabs? No, I didn't. Oops, my fault. That's not right. There we go. It throws me off because the stair is offset by 1. Because if you just looked at this looks like the stair block, but that's not true. This is a slab. The stair block is down here. This is the bottom half, and this is the top half. I'm sure there are several folks who miss my streams due to irregular work hours. Fortunately, this is the only time that works best for me if I don't start at like 10 at night. I like sleeping at a good time. That's upside down. Oops. Let's not throw the egg. This looks like I could just walk right over. I really need to do something up here. I was supposed to add the little... Hey, you're a history guy. What's the term for the little stubs that stick on top of a castle wall? where you got the spaces between them. In Minecraft, it's like block, no block, block, no block. Or you got 2 blocks, space, 2 blocks. There's a word. I'm mad because I used to know the word. It was in a video I saw a while ago. Crenellations? Did I pronounce that right? I wonder why I forgot it. It's a big word. Alright, let me... I didn't realize I had multiple legs. This really does feel like playing beta 1.1 all over again. Because I remember the difficulty I had trying to keep track of the items. Maculation. Interesting. I'm probably not going to remember that one. But hey, it's been digitally immortalized here on stream. One of the reasons why I keep chat on stream. Behind the crenellation, there's a hole. Interesting. The terms that would be nice to know, but cannot guarantee I'll remember in the future. Did you make any backups of your world before you were trying to do stuff with it? One thing I realized on YouTube, there was a stream I was watching however long ago, and I feel like they added a recent-ish feature where you can have the live chat popped up on the right, even while the video is full screen. But for the people who are just watching, then it's nice to have. Nighttime soon. Nighttime soon. I feel like there are many ways to throw off the 23A remake, the terrain generator. It seems very precise in how it wants to function. Okay, one up, but can I go down? Oops. Oh no! Slab, get back here. I'm not through with you yet. But we are about to catch some Z's, and there's no weather timer to reset. We'll head down here, pick up the slabs, and then we'll run back to home. It's not even home, it's just a bedroom. See that spider? He climbed the wall. That's the very thing I'm trying to prevent. Once I get this lip in place, then there will not be any more spiders climbing the wall. Unless he spawned on the wall. I'm gonna need to add light up there. Alright, one thing at a time. Howdy, Jonas. Welcome back. Where did the last half hour go? We're already a quarter way done for the day. Alright, that spider is still there. Think it's gonna die from fall damage? I don't even know if I can reach up to him. Oh, you see that? That's a problem. Whoop. Spazzy mouse is also a problem, but I'm sticking with the original Android versions compared to, what's it called, Nostalgia Launcher? That's such a generic name, because most people who play Minecraft expect old versions of Java Edition with something called Nostalgia Launcher, but it's dedicated to Pocket Edition, I believe. I don't even know how much of Pocket Edition it supports. That's another reason why I'm currently not using it. There we go. In the end, he did die from fall damage, so if you guessed that, you guessed correctly. 0.5 to 0.11. Yeah, that would not work for me. I'll stick to my current setup. At least people have had less complaints with it compared to... We talked about this. We talked about that other launcher's name. And I can't remember what it was. It was like Bedrock Launcher or something. For dedicated Windows 10 versions. It went back to 0.12 and afterward. But people also reported problem with deleting their Bedrock save folder. I never got around to it. Isn't Minecraft dedicated to an extension from the Pi edition? Because I know there's the whole MCPI revival, or MCPI revival project and all that. Is there something I'm missing? There was like layers. There were multiple layers of GitHub forks I was scrounging through. I wonder if someone's made a dedicated history video. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh wait, that's not the stair. The stair is down here. Just kidding. Okay, it's upside down, but that's placed correctly. There we go. I was concerned that I had to put the stair in the very corner. Bedrock Launcher was what I was first talking about, going from 0.12. I don't know how much chat delay you have. I'm pretty sure. You're still overseas, right? Presumably, if you're watching across the pond, you're going to have a higher latency. That one's stack that ran out. I only have up to 64 blocks left. We're going to need to make more slabs. I'm not going to make it to the end. Gonna get rid of that. Thank you. Alright, still in Europe. That's what I was thinking. Oh. And we ran out. Okay, so you did go back, I see. Wait. Alright, this is not upside down. I did it again. There we go. Now it's even. Cool. Yeah, I'll need to do something up here, because otherwise it feels weird just having the cobblestone easily walked on. I'll add today's word of the day. Crenellations, that's the word. I'm not going to keep up with words of the day, because that's going to be too much thinking. It already feels like I have a lot of stream prep to do. In reality, it's not that much. On the YouTube side, update title, description, not the description, update the title, make sure it's in the playlist, marked as no altered content. I think that's it, but then I need to copy the URL Once OBS is open, paste it to make sure that the live chat is pulling from this video, from the current stream. Make sure the game is updated. Make sure the world has been backed up. Although those two I try to do at the end of the previous stream. 1 to 2 seconds. Cool. That's about the smallest delay from what I've done in my own testing. Walking through the Farlands. Wise pastime. I haven't been keeping track of how far we've been going, but I know you've been posting updates on everyone's favorite Council of Farlanders Discord server. That spider's been through a lot. Uh-oh. Why are there so many bad guys over here? At least I know that they can't spawn on that pathway. Wait a minute. That's not true. The stairs. These stairs. Why must they spawn on stairs? Okay, well either way, they can only spawn on the cobblestone, which means I might slab the entire thing. Just call it a day from there. In fact, if I did one slab, and then did another slab, full block slab, so it would be half, and then 1.5, that would prevent them from spawning. But I'll still need to make sure the stairs are lit up, since we've discovered stairs are considered a valid spawning block on here. 533,000. Did you visit your close spawn chunk? Was that the item count down here? Yes, that was. Does that mean, is this for bones? What? Hold on, why is that over there? Okay, never mind, I don't know how that works. You forgot? Oh well. Don't worry, there's still 22 left to go. The 24th is within. You skip, so that means there's 23 before. You missed one. There's 22 left. There'll be plenty more opportunities. One thing I kind of wish on my journey to the Nether Farlands was I kind of wish that I visited every overworld spawn chunk. I didn't have to do the same thing every time, but part of me wishes that instead of just visiting the overworld twice, I visited it, I think it was 7. I think I could go back to the overworld 7 times before we were beyond the world boundary. But at the same time, the episode count ending with 222, that ended up working out well. Come on, Enderman. You gotta pay for stealing my dirt, since I know I can never get that dirt back unless you're nice enough and want to place it. To think that before Enderman dropped the blocks they picked up, it is technically possible if you had enough time that Enderman would spawn, they'd pick up all the natural blocks in an area, and then they would die when daylight approaches, and that block would just be deleted. I guess they don't even die, they just despawn. That means it's still possible. But otherwise, if the Enderman never dropped the stuff, then eventually you just might keep running out. Could be worse though, could be beta 1.8 where they could pick up every possible block. That would be a big issue. When you say this version, do you mean Pocket Edition or do you mean 0.10 Alpha Build 7? I might need some H2O soon. Oh, JavaScript 23. Someone thought they might need it. I wonder who made the decision to remake 23A. And like, why 23A? Why not classic 0.30? Then again, why not something like 11A? 11A, well, the development version for 12A is available in the vanilla launcher, so they could have used that. Or they even could have gone back to the simplest times and used the original, the oldest pre-classic available. Oh well, we'll never know. There we go. "14A is not in the vanilla launcher. I would not have expected Mojang to remake 14A. 13A03 is, and that test build or whatever of, wait, that's not right. The test build of 13A. That's a very long grass rectangle. I don't think they would have done that one. I thought 23A is in the vanilla launcher. Is it not? Have I been playing with custom launchers for so long that I forget what the vanilla launcher has? I know it has 30A for sure. Alright, we're gonna head down real fast. Oops, minor fall damage. Is the version before 0.30 13A03? I really thought it had 23A, because that's been around for the longest time. I'm gonna have to put the stairs on the back side of all these. How about I just do this now before I go back? I was gonna wait till the end. But now that I'm back here, now that it's daytime, I'll feel better. I don't know how or why they messed up the Steve model. Hello. Because on the day that I played, back when it was new, everything worked as intended on there. Like all the Steves look fine. And then someone pushed out an update and they totally messed up the Steve model on there. And I think to myself, you couldn't even... Ow. Okay, I need more dirt. You couldn't even keep that functioning properly. Do we even know why blinking in Half-Life 2 broke? Apart from... That was the orange box engine, right? Maybe the anniversary version needs an anniversary update too. It brings me such great joy that Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 both received anniversary updates that fixed much of the modern in quote Steam versions of those games. Best feature for Half-Life 2 though, bringing the episodes together in one place. That one sparks joy, because that was something I wanted for a long time. And the old mod, what was it? It was a cinematic mod that like people love to hate on. I can't remember the name of it. Well, anyways, I know that mod, they had plans to bring Half-Life 2 and its episodes together as one continuous gameplay experience, but that ended up not happening. It's straight up called, like, Half-Life 2 Cinematic something. I can't remember. It's bothering me, because I played through it once or twice. I can't remember, it's been too long. There was a time I was going through many mods for Half-Life 2. S-Mod Redux, hands down my favorite as a mod. Black Snow is my favorite standalone experience. We're probably thinking of the same mod, and I can't remember exactly what it was called. That is bothering me, because I can't remember what it's called. Put that away. Okay, I don't know how many slabs we have left, but while we're here, might as well make more. It is definitely not overcharged. Can I, like, Google real fast? Fake Factory Cinematic mod. I think Fake Factory was the development team, or whoever. Because this was an old one from, like, 2013. Overcharged does not sound familiar. Alright, let's put all this stuff away. Then we're gonna grab some dirt. Come on. There we go. This is very finicky for where it wants me to click. Because the sign collision does not function how I wish it functioned. The sign collision is larger than I want it to be. Alright, so we needed dirt. That's in here. I would say knock knock, but I don't remember if there was the cleric or whoever in here back when I moved into the village. I don't remember what villagers were around way back when. I think Pocket Edition gets scalable nether portals in 0.12. I feel like that was a feature at launch when the portal itself was added. You're talking about the ability to change the size, right? Like Java 1.7. What was it, 23 by 23 blocks? 27 by 27? Something like that. I'm pretty sure that was a feature as soon as the portal itself was added. Why are there multiple blocks missing? Who did this? Blame the Enderman. You know what I should do? I should throw this stack of torches down. And then presumably this stack should now be its smallest. I don't know, we're kind of placing our hopes. This would be easier to keep track of item counts if I had proper inventory management. But that's gonna have to wait a while. Oh, that's right, I'm supposed to fix that. I'll fix it later. See if I can finish this first. We're almost done. We're almost at the edge over there. There's a chicken. There's a chicken in a tree. I almost thought that was a pig as well. When I looked right about here, that almost looked pink like a pig. Excuse me, giant mushroom. You are currently in the way, but it might get to live. No, because if mobs spawn on it, I'm gonna have to deal with them. Oh, here. Let's place that now. I'll chop down the mushroom, but it will have to wait. Alright, now I have to deal with this being diagonal as well. I kind of regret making this wall diagonal. What I should have done, I should have just brought that over and just had to go to here. But do I really want to tear down all of this section just to turn it into a right angle? How about I start where it's easy, way off in this corner, because this is a nice straight line. Uh-oh. I was hoping to land in the water. I did not succeed. Can I halo reach that? I don't think so. Alright, we'll try again. And if we fall off, we'll try to land in waters this time. Excuse me, sheep. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe I need to speak the sheep's language. Beep, beep. Is that right? Yes, it is. I think that's lined up correctly. Probably. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why only select numbers render on here. Howdy, Koski, welcome back. Okay, do I want to do the full thing or just the middle section? This is kind of just to keep the spiders away. So what I'll probably do... No, because that might end up looking odd with the stairs. Or I just don't bother with the stair and ended up just using 2 slabs instead. Decisions. I'll fill it in fully. So then that means... Nope, that's not right, because it has to go up 1 more. So I know that for sure goes there. Which means maybe... What if I put the stair... Oh, wait, we ran out of stairs. Whoops. Uh-oh, an error has occurred. Know what else has occurred? I looked over and we're halfway done for the day. Has it really taken me 25 minutes to place all of this? Well, before we head back up, let's just craft more stairs real fast. I also hope I'm not running low on planks. I see multiple stacks, so presumably 2 of these are only... presumably only 2 of these are incomplete. Hopefully. Haven't there been multiple anti-cheat systems that the kernel level anti-cheats that end up totally breaking your system? I feel like this is a story I've heard throughout the past maybe 2 years or so. It's almost nighttime. Now we sleep. This is intentional. Oh, I missed the purposefully. I think I've said before, I don't read every single word in every single message. Part of that is I try to keep the stream content itself going. Cough, cough, looks over at method. Okay, that little corner there does look a little weird, but we're gonna leave it because I don't think I can get something that looks better. I also need to get rid of that, not the slab, the torch when I can. Probably it would be considered legal, but the question is, who's gonna make them pay up? Will anyone step forth to do so? I guess this is one of the reasons why I'm kind of glad I don't play any mainstream multiplayer games. Did you try to type something and didn't go through? So now you're gonna try to type it again. Okay, so that's there. That's another there. I kind of want to add one more cobblestone to this. I could just leave it. Guess that would mean... Okay, what if... Instead, what if I just put the... Oops, let's put this right side up. Well, the problem is now you've got this little sliver right here. Although that works. In fact, this correctly mirrors that. I feel like you're incapable of performing such action. There we go. YouTube checks audio. Performing such action against an entire corporation. Since I can't see any properly done. Uh-oh. What happened to my precious bitrate? Are we back? I think so. Bitrate monster took a big chunk of this stream. It's listening. It said, hey, Ian, don't do this. That's half a joke. Probably just a coincidence, right? Probably how the stream goes down when you mention such actions. Anyways, I was trying to say, I can't see any right-standing indie dev wanting to do this. Only large-scale companies. Chirp, chirp. Alright, hold on, I do have extra dirt, right? I don't know how much I have, but I wanted to fill this in. While I'm in the area. Or I would end up in prison. Arrested after 1 day. And I think that said like, what, 13? Probably get some of this. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's better. It's a little less messy. That's the important part. But now, insert party potato here, we've successfully added our spider protection. Hooray! This wall is now unable to be climbed on either side by a spider. And that's what the goal was. So now we're gonna head on over, get a bunch of cobblestone slabs, and we'll add something to the top. Do I have 13 eggs? There's no way, right? It was just one. I don't know what that 13 is for. What is KLA? That almost sounds like one of the news stations we have over here. I think that's KTLA. It's the Los Angeles reporting thing. I guess more like Los Angeles County. Oh, colonel level. Has it been increasingly more common? Chirp, chirp. The chirping continues. But here's a good way to at least make sure all of these stacks are now as complete as possible. Alright, do I have the slabs in here? Oh. Hey Paul, I guess, are you still watching or listening? I guess we are gonna have to go mining. I do not have the cobblestone to add a cover to this. Doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doop. There were frames being dropped. Everything was working fine until hour 11. I'm pretty sure I finished all of this, right? Yeah, this one goes all the way down to bedrock. I can't get cobblestone from here anymore. But there were mines, a brand new cave system. How often does a large-scale product, one that was popular for a long time, such as Windows, how often do products of that scale successfully get the company to turn from their recent ways? Is effect finally happening on the Microsoft side of things? Because I haven't been keeping up as much lately. I feel a sneeze coming back because I didn't sneeze earlier. Can I pineapple this one away? Alright, this is still dirt, which means these fences are still not letting the grass spread, which I think is interesting. And I wonder if that's ever going to change. For all I know, it might take until like 1.0 or maybe 0.12. But this is an experiment. We're going to see how long it takes until the grass starts spreading under those fences. Maybe they won't. Maybe it'll never spread while this world is on Bedrock. Or I guess while on Pocket. Since I still don't think this world is going to go to... I think I can be heard. Everything used to work. Everything was working for the first half of the stream. What changed? You did say too much, Ian. It's not a joke anymore. I do blame you. Alright, well, I can probably take that off. Alrighty, so I was looking for new source of cobblestone. I says the internet just goes splat again. They probably are listening. Because I'm on still being old, grumpy old man on Windows 10. This was a planned attack. They sent the bitrate monster to ruin my day. I needed... How many did I grab? 8, right? Is that it? We're gonna see if I counted correctly. We're also gonna go mining, which is probably gonna get boring. And man, everything was working fine. I can't turn the setting, or I should say I can't adjust the settings for a stream that's already going. I'd have to shut everything down fully and do a brand new stream. Otherwise, this is already lower than what it used to be because I used to stream at 1080-60, but while I'm here, based on the tests I did previously during those few unlisted episodes, I'm now using 1080p 24, technically 23.98. It's close enough. Anyways, only 24 FPS nowadays. And it's still better than what it was. But for the time being, I do plan to hopefully not have to switch to 720. I'm also going the wrong way because I left without grabbing more torches. So we're already walking back. So let me grab a stack of... Hold on. If I want a stack of sticks, I'll need... I don't have a way to check half stacks. Okay, so this one is 1 full stack. This one is also 1 full stack. So if I combine this, it's going to make me 4 stacks of sticks. I'm probably not going to craft all of them. Okay, close enough. This one's incomplete. This one's incomplete. This one's also incomplete. Maybe I should have brought this over. Hold up. This one is complete. This one is not. It's weird because it looks like I have 13 pickaxes, but it doesn't work that way. So I now have all of that. So for coal, this one should be incomplete, but this one should be full. So now I just make as many torches as I can and hope that I don't have any extra sticks or coal in my inventory. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have extra coal. What? I don't have... How did I run out of sticks? Oh boy. I thought that didn't feel like 64 crafts. How do I still have coal on me? I only grabbed 1. How are both of those incomplete? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was only supposed to have 5. Okay, I crafted more than a stack. I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna bother keeping track of numbers. Alright, let's head off. We could probably get there before nighttime. I don't think it's too far of a walk. We have our pickaxes. We have our torches. We just have to follow the trail over here. We're at 1 hour and 16. Hopefully we can have a full day. Oh, here's a brand new cave. I haven't seen this one yet. Let's investigate this real fast. Unless it ends up being a very big cave. Yeah, I think they adjusted the brightness. Because I feel like in the earlier builds of 0.10, brightness was different. Darkness feels darker on here. Definitely not compared to 0.9. 0.9 had weird lighting. I can't remember if 0.8 had that strange lighting as well, but 0.9 is very noticeable. 0.10 kind of feels like the 1.1 to release 1.0, since 1.0 had problems, but it was also a big update. Similarly, 0.9 had problems, and 0.10 fixed a fair amount of that. Performance and lighting being one of them, or two things. Also added gravel particles, the mesa mine shafts. There's something else, and I can't remember. I always imagined Bitrate Monster as a giant purple thing. Giant purple, almost Cyclops, I guess, with one eye. There I got lucky and I happened to have found a good area to go mining. We'll see if I go through pickaxes fast enough, because there's a chance that we're going to run out of durability. 140,000, hooray! You passed another 7,000 since earlier. How far are you going this session, or is this where you're taking a break? Maybe they really are listening. Because as soon as everything goes quiet, the stream starts functioning again. There are some things you don't know, was it just a coincidence or was it not? Because these days, you never really know. I remember Grimace from McDonald's, the Hamburglar. Can't remember what the chicken's name was. Not Chica, that's Five Nights at Freddy's, came much later. Of course, there's good old Ronald. Is it still called the Ronald McDonald House? The charity thing? You could try saying something, and if the Bitrate Monster comes back, then no, don't say it again. As funny as it would be, I don't want any more stream hiccups. Because I know as a viewer, it's not fun when stream hiccups occur. Jonas is currently walking to the Farlands. I don't remember if you were here earlier when I mentioned. I'd rather not ban you. You make sure my my chat rate, my messages per minute is high. I say high, even though compared to people with 100 times more subscribers, this is still low. That's a lot of gravel. That's kind of concerning. As long as it has already fallen. It looks like this is connected with a cave I've been to previously, because I see torches that I did not place today. And this right here, is what I'm trying to avoid. But how about we just place a whole bunch of torches real fast? There's a lag spike every time I place these, but it's okay, it'll be worth it. Alright, and drop. There we go. I wanted to keep the tunnel clean. The amount of time placing these torches and now digging them up again, I feel like it would have been faster to just dig the grapple with a shovel after it fell. The only thing that saved me was a bunch of shovel durability. So the time spent was equivalent. I'm also keeping track for that sword, because soon it feels like I'm gonna run out of durability. Chances are, with how long it takes to make the zombies go down, I'll probably end up running out of durability while I'm fighting one of them. Hello, extra gravel. I don't feel like breaking you with a torch right now. I wonder if the deal with gravel is that the blobs they spawn in are just much larger than the blobs we have on Java. I kind of feel like that's what's going on, but I do not know for sure. Because these gravel patches are incredibly large compared to what I'm used to. I hear splashing. Is this a torch or is this lava? Torches! There's lava. One single ore block way down there. Whee! I wonder if I should find another dedicated place to go mining. You know what I could do if I really wanted? I could walk all the way back to home and continue on with the mines I had going down there. I didn't realize, but I had this massive strip mine planned out that I completely forgot about. But then I was looking at the underground for home, and I realized I had a lot of space. I had a lot of tunnels already prepared to start going down for cobblestone. So if I keep having this much cobblestone dead, I'm probably gonna have to go back there and bring some of that back here. I could set up an entire minecart system for that, make a straight line with and use the chest minecarts. The only problem is there's a bug coming up if it hasn't already been added. There's a bug with rendering minecarts that'll crash the game. So for now, I'm trying to avoid using them. I don't see why. Well then again, did you know half of technology is magic? That was fast. Is it turning daytime? All the lighting looks yellow. Was there a hiccup? Weren't you talking excessively earlier? And everything was working fine? Current amount is 634. Howdy, howdy, welcome back. I thought your whole 23A ramble was taking place before then. So when we started talking about anti-cheats. Hello. Avoid Mr. Enderman. You guys, you are making all the particles, or all the sounds, and splash particles. YouTube is an intermediary compared to Twitch, where it's mostly pass-through. Realistically, you should not have any effect. And like I said, half of technology is magic. Oh, is that one stack of torches gone? I wonder how much cobblestone I have. More than a stack. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a lot more than that to finish what I want to do for the top of the wall. The noticeable lag spikes when I place a torch kind of reminds me of the 3DS version. That was an experience that at some point I'll probably experience again. Well, I have other platforms to get through first. I feel like getting through the Switch, Minecraft flipping the Switch, is gonna be next. Let's not stand on the gravel. I don't know how much of this is floating. What do you see in this? This entire area. This entire section of the cave is just all gravel. All of this right here. I don't know how this happened. Maybe whoever added gravel blobs never checked to see how their size compared to Java Edition. Not a tunnel, or do you think the gravel just happened to generate like that? I don't feel like going through the gravel. I might never find the end of it. I'll run out of shovel durability far before then. Speaking from experience. I don't even know how much Notch was around by this point, because this came out in 2014. I don't remember when exactly. This was, I think, later in the year. I don't think Notch was around that much. He might have already sold his shares, or at least was in the process of doing that. You just did a big ol' string to me. I don't know which update that was, since I don't have the list of versions memorized or on hand. I think Notch was around for early Pocket Edition, because that was back in 2011 and all that. So I'm sure he helped shape what it became, but I don't know how much he was involved in active development after it got off the ground. Notch stopped being an active developer after 1.0. 1.0 was the last version he worked on. But he still was around overseeing stuff for the next 2 years, or 3 years. 2014 rolled around, and he sold his shares of the company to Microsoft. Mojang might have pre-release builds available. The only versions I know that we at least still have are whatever is publicly available for Android at least. Pocket Edition for Android is very complete. Barely anything is missing from there. Like, there's one, I think 0.11 pre-release that we're missing because it was showcased in a demo or something. There's also one of the development builds for, I think it was 0.6.2. That was never publicly available, and we only know it existed from at least screenshots, so who's to say it was even compiled. But then there ended up being 0.7, so 0.6.2 never fully existed. Oh, there's another stack of torches gone. Let's click on this one since I think this one's incomplete. Hello. If I looked at the version spreadsheet, I might be able to find anything related to pre-releases 0.1. Because I know we have a few versions of 0.1 available, but I don't know if those were public exclusive or publicly available compared to private. Auto jump, leave me alone. Oh, I am not doing good on health. Where is my food? That's better. I'm well aware of how much you keep talking about Alpha Below unless you're talking to someone who's not me. It was cool until it went mainstream, then I lost interest. There's a way. Well, here's a question. Do you have the Android game purchased? I've never done this myself, but I want to say if so, you can access, if you know what you're doing, the full public version availability using, I think it's the Aurora store. Oh, it's for free. Should be possible then. I felt that. Okay, I'm still only missing 1.5 armor points, which means... Oop, these pants aren't going to last much longer. Now, what is this? Are we in a swamp? What in the sewer water am I looking at? And why is it tiled differently? That is very not smooth. That shading is all over the place. It's like they messed up the math for what corners where. That's happened before. For not anisotropic filtering. Ambient occlusion. That's the game word. This is a potential fall hazard. I don't know then how to get the beta builds unless you specifically have access to them. Because I know there are sometimes an app developer lets you, or lets the public join development branches. And so if you have access to that, then it should be possible. Sometimes though, if you don't join fast enough, it fills up quickly and says the testing for this is full. What are we at? Hour and 37, 23 minutes left of the day. That is a hazard. That's a fire hazard. We're gonna head over here and hopefully we can halo reach this. Yes, I can. Yeah, this is one of those you'll have to archive yourself if you want every version that was made available. But I haven't gone through the method myself. I was only told. So what happens when you know people in the archival community? I guess that's a positive to Minecraft being on nearly every platform to have existed in the past 10 years. Oh, I see a big old lava pit that's not lava anymore. I need to go up there. Question is how? I'm thinking I'll probably go along this edge. And it's bothering me that the pickaxe is not in the slot I want it to be. I'm so used to pressing 2 for pickaxe. That's muscle memory. I can't muscle memory my way through here. Oh yeah, how many slots do I have left? Not all too much. Move that, move that. Oh, I thought something fell, but like cobblestone fell and I didn't pick it up yet. Well, never mind then. Oop. There's a sheep down here? And he's next to the lava? Buddy, that's a dangerous place. I don't know what you're doing down there, but if you end up falling in, that's the end. Did I see that sheep down there previously? I do not remember. And it looks like everything's turning yellow again. Must be another day or night transition. And look at all this gravel. I'm starting to get real tired of seeing it all over the place. Oh well. Maybe I should build a gravel pyramid. Kind of like the dirt pyramid I've constructed that ended up turning into a dirt fish. Well, either way, our inventory is starting to get full here. So I think what we'll do is look around a little bit more, and then we'll head back. I didn't mean to fall down here. Oop. Watch where you're stepping, kids. Because if that ended up going straight down into a lava pit, that could have been the end. I probably would have said, well, I guess I'm done streaming for the day. See y'all later. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't mean to do this. Oi. Iron, you're kind of in a not good spot. How about we just keep the water? Still have a few slots left. Sounds like grass blocks not turning into dirt. Sounds like a improper, or not a proper setup for block ticking. Hello down there. Nope. Sorry, Mr. Spider. Not really. Please don't fight me right now. I'm in a dangerous zone. There's lava nearby. How long do you plan on staying in 23A JavaScript? Okay, we gotta find an exit. For real this time. I'm sure I still have plenty of pickaxe durability. But I think this is a save for another day type of thing. I hear sirens. There've been a lot of fires going on over here. Well, there were also sirens before all those fires. We're gonna not stand on gravel when we place a torch. I've done that before, and that was a bad day. At least we're going up, but I feel like this is gonna end up leading to a dead end and not get me to where I want to be. Oh, there's light. Hello. Have I been here before? I have. Wow. I didn't know I'd find the exit. Huh. It's like all these caves are kind of stacked on top of each other. Oh, did another 5,000 blocks. Do you have a plan for how far you're going today? Or are you just going until you get tired of walking? $550, 821 to be exactly 12 million blocks to go. You'll get there soon. The stream is gonna end before then, though. Alright, is this the very cave I entered? No way! I managed to go down into that cave, wander around a lot, find areas I've already been to, try to leave, and manage to pop out from the very same cave entrance I entered. I was thinking I was gonna pop I was thinking I was going to pop up somewhere closer to where I first started in this area, closer to the beach. Oops. Alrighty, so what do I put away in here? I put away all this coal. Hooray, hooray. I'm probably not going to bother cooking this iron, because I don't know how much I have. Iron or gold. I really thought I mined more than that. Well, either way, I have less than a stack. But you know what I could do? I don't think I have enough. I could start burning saplings. Oh wait, I don't keep saplings here anymore. Never mind. Yeah, we're gonna cook up our ores once we can see the numbers again. I don't want to be wasteful. Wait a minute, I have a bucket on me? How long have I had this bucket of water? Has that been there the whole time? What? I would have used that to get rid of more of the lava while I was down there. Well, I didn't. I did not at all realize that was in my inventory. Chances are that's been here since the last time I've been mining. Or since I was working on the storage area. Oops. Well, that's okay, I made it back. Why are the arrows down there? How'd that happen? Did it not save the chests correctly? Huh. Because that is impossible to do normally unless it flips the chest direction. It flips which one is left and which one is right. Well, anyways, I feel like I did not grab much cobblestone, but I won't know until we start crafting. Surprisingly, I didn't grab any dirt. Alright, so I know we have at least 2 stacks. Okay. Have you tried creating a world with the same seed in each version and seeing if they generate the same or differently? Alrighty, so now let's get back to work on the... What was the word? Granulation? Ah, come on, I had a history lesson earlier with 3KO and I already forgot what I was supposed to remember. Does the chat go back far enough? Yes, it does. Okay, what's the word? Crenellation. There we go. We're gonna hope I'm pronouncing it right. Alright, that's what we're gonna be working on. So we're gonna grab both of these. We're gonna keep that one stack. Or I'll get some of it. So we're gonna turn these into slabs. Oh wait, in fact, hold on. Yeah, let me grab those. Here, let me turn these into slabs first. But I realize not all of them because I will need some full blocks still. More than a stack. Okay, close enough. We'll probably run out of cobblestone but we'll see how far we can get in the next 9 minutes. Oh boy, I'm really low. I'll figure out torches later. Ooh, this sword is not doing good. Alright, well, sword, I kinda like you, so you get to live. Let me put you away in here. Boop. So then now that means this is my fresh sword. Alrighty, question. Do I start on 1 block or half? Because what I'm thinking is we start here, and then I'm going to put a slab on top of all of these. But I realize I overdid it with the slabs, and we're going to end up running out. I don't want to handle stairs. Because I could just leave it as it is. I'll probably keep sticking to the checkerboard. You know what I should do? Maybe I should do the slabs first. Not only because I have more, but it will also... Yeah, that doesn't look good. But not only because I'll have more, but also to help keep track better, since it's not a full block. It's kind of funny, when you look at the cobblestone this way, this is the old texture, sort of, because they shifted the texture over half a block-ish when they updated it to the 1.7 design. Okay, well, I don't know what this is, but I want to replace this with a full block. And then just do that. Alright, there we go. Now we have a little more than 5 minutes left of the day, so we'll see how far we can get. We're gonna run out of cobblestone for sure, but maybe I'll get lucky and we won't run out of slabs. Nope, I did it again. Isn't that a song? The worst part about beta boats, I don't really care about the speed difference. It's the fact that they don't drop themselves. It would be so nice if boats always drop themselves. That's one of those why not try moments. He added these tiny little annoyances intentionally, and they just sort of stuck around for a long time. I see a zombie. I didn't fix that. Whoops. I was supposed to fix that earlier. The 2 green bean holes. I think it's turning nighttime. I'm gonna need a lot more cobblestone. Oh boy. Because I'm going to be very low on slabs, and I still have to cover the full blocks with slabs. Yeah, we're halfway there. Almost 3,000 blocks. Looks like once the stream is over, you won't have too much more walking to do. Man, now it really does start to feel like a proper wall. This probably looked strange way back in the first alpha build for 0.10, because at that point, the the slabs, half of the slab did not render. And that's a full block. Put that there. Right, full block, full block. That means taking this one up. If anything, I'd rather the wall be higher than not high enough. It's turning nighttime though. I was hoping to get the torches down, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's going to have to go up higher. Hopefully it's not getting super dark for y'all. We're almost there. I just feel like we're gonna run out very soon. Surprisingly, this stack of cobblestone has lasted me longer than I thought, because I know it wasn't a complete stack by the time I started building. Are more slabs after this? Nope. What I see is what there is. Does that say 15? Well, it did. This was more balanced than I thought. I really didn't expect to have similar stack sizes, but it looks like we're gonna end up very close. Very close amount of full blocks compared to slabs. Oops, that one's not right. That was our last slab though. But this one right here, boop. Hooray, hooray. So I'm not gonna spend the last of the cobblestone, but we were close. But yeah, if y'all have any final thoughts now, oh come on, why did you still spawn there? Now you're just not fair, Mr. Skellybum. But yeah, if you have final thoughts, start saying them now. So we wrap it up for the day. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, as long as no other surprises pop up. And I have bad guys to clear out before I get back to my safety bed. Alright, that is indeed all it for the day. Thank you all for watching. Bye.